Good morning. Soon to be afternoon. It is April 4th?
Correct.
May 4th.
May 4th.
May 4th. It's a Wednesday. We are headed to Lone Pine, our vacation destination. We are heading up to the Sierra Mountains, and we will be taking the ridge over south to our camping spots. Very beautiful drive. The Highway 50 hugs the river. Nice to see the rapids and the flowing water next to you as you drive up. Hi, Chad.
Hello.
Happy vacation.
Thank you.
And of course, the puppies are very happy. They're even smiling.
All right, today is May 3rd, May 4th, and we are at Lone Pine Campground. It is in the lovely foothills of Inyo National Forest. The sun has just dipped below the peaks. We've got these huge boulders here in our campground. Got the rig all set up, and we took a walk with the dogs. Very beautiful here. Very quiet. We are in bear country. So we're looking forward to 3 days of R&R here, rest and relaxation. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a peek on what everything looks like. Again, we've got the mountains as a backdrop. Usually campgrounds have trees and everything, so a little bit interesting. But this is what we're overlooking. It's Big Valley. So I'm sure we'll have more to show you and talk about later. So today is May 5th.
Yeah, it's Day of the Dead.
Cinco de Mayo. And it is about 7:30, 7:45 in the morning. We are up. The dogs have been fed. We are working on our cup of coffee. Right, Parker? Right, bud? And we are trying to figure out what we're going to do for today. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. We've got extraordinary scenery surrounding us, some of which I will show you today. There are some trails that we're thinking about trying to find. Over here is the sun coming up over these other mountains. So that's what's going on here. Dogs are very eager to take their poo walks. It's going to be a warm one today, though. So we have our solar showers that we're going to give a try. And then we've got our solar shower place in which we'll take our showers. Very interested to see how that works. Okay, we are at the base of, what is this called?
Mount Whitney Portal.
Mount Whitney Portal Trail. So we are going to go up yonder. We've got the dogs. We're actually going to take the dogs off leash. So that will be very fun.
First time ever.
Well, first time in a long time. It's 4 miles. Not sure we're going to do the whole thing, but got sunscreen on and it's early in the morning, so we'll see how far we get. More to come. So here we are, about quarter or half mile up. That's our campground there in the center of the picture. Looks so small from here. So does the river that runs by it.
The river that runs through it.
Yes.
Someone's tired puppy.
So it's really pretty up here. And it's really quiet. Except for Kent.
Toby's eating some scat. Lots of little tiny bugs flying around here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get that out of his mouth.
I know.
Parker! So this in the middle here is Mount Whitney, I believe. It is very, very pretty. We have stopped for a little respite here. Very quiet up here. Taking a little water break. I think that's the peak of Mount Whitney in the background there. That's the trail. We're going to head up for a little bit longer. Might go for another 10 or 20 minutes and probably head back. Pretty. It's probably in the 70s right now, Kent?
Yeah.
Low
Mid.
70s?
Mid.
Mid? Well, it doesn't feel bad when you're here in the shade.
No, it's nice.
Very pretty. So we are heading back down now. You know, we went about a mile and a half.
Yeah.
About a 3-mile round trip maybe. Toby, come here. Come on, buddy.
Boring.
This is fun. I can't imagine what it's like out here in the summertime. Gotta be very warm.
Toby?
It is Friday morning, May 6th. Cinco de Mayo.
That's over.
That's not Cinco, it's Cinco. Seso de Mayo. So we are getting the dogs ready for their morning snack, morning food. I had the pleasure of sleeping with them last night.
And what a pleasure that was.
It was very nice. They kept me warm and safe. What more can you ask for?
Bio this morning.
Yes, we're drinking our
Morning, Joe.
morning Joe, inspired by what is this? What is this right here? Starbucks Italian roast, extra bold. So today it's supposed to get pretty warm. 88. So I think we're gonna hit the road in the van, do a little exploring around this part of the state.
Yes.
And figure out what the dealio is.
We're gonna take our gray hair and giddy.
Yeah. We went on a little hike yesterday, which I got on video, and kind of pooped the dogs out. Toby's legs were kind of giving out coming down the hill, and Parker got awfully overheated. So we're gonna heed that warning and not try to overextend them today. More to come. So we are at Mount Whitney Portal.
The Whitney Portal.
It was a long drive up here.
Jay.
I think, I don't know if that's it right there or that's it, but it's very pretty here. We'll take the dogs out and do a little walk. So it's
a little chilly out.
yeah, it's a little chilly. It's actually supposed to get to 88 degrees down below, but I'm assuming that since we're up here above the snow line, it will stay a little bit cooler here. But it's very pretty. There's probably about 20 cars up here. I think this is a pretty popular climbing area. Of course, it's called the portal to the mountain, presumably because it's a portal. Here, folks. I'm to show you this waterfall. Come on, buddy. No. This is the melting snow. Very pretty. Clear water. Very fun. So this all flows into the Great Basin. On the other side of Mount Whitney flows into the Pacific Ocean. Very dramatic landscape. Boulders. We're going to mess around a little bit more, see what else there is to see. Okay, we are here at Alabama Hills, National Recreation Area, something like that. What is it, over 400 movies have been shot here?
Yes, Roy Rogers has been here.
Humphrey Bogart in High Sierra,
Sierra.
I think was
The Lone
filmed
Ranger.
here. So this is very cool, because all these little trails, and our van is not very well suited for four-wheeling. We thought we'd get out and do a little walk. See how these guys do. Come on, Tobes. Toby. Very cool rock formations. So we're going to check this out straight ahead. So we are kind of on top of a little crag here. We're on top of an Alabama hill.
Yes.
Got a cute little flower down here. A cacti flower. Right there in the middle is Mount Whitney. Yeah, it's very pretty. We are going to go up there, around, go back to the van, drive it a little bit more around, see what there is to see, and maybe do some food. Toby's getting tired. More to come. Alabama Hills. Kent's getting the tripod set up. Pictures. Got these crazy rock formations. And people go four-wheeling through here. Very interesting. Look at these two rocks. Got that little stone in there. Way down there is our van. So right on the other side of this rock outcropping, this Alabama hill, is our campground. And right to the right of the top of that hill is Mount Whitney. It looks like that one is taller, or this one is taller, but Mount Whitney is further away.
Okay.
Where do you want me?
Right here.
In there? All right. Oh, we are headed back. Get a couple good shots of us. Parker had to have a timeout. He's in the van. Doesn't do well. Tried to let them go off leash out here, but yeah, they're not so well trained right now. So we're heading back to the van. Very pretty. Toby's little feet are getting calluses built up on them today and yesterday. There's all kinds of little flowers out here. There's a surprising amount of color and beauty out here. I mean, you don't really notice it from the road, but you know, just like right down here, there's all these little flowers. You have to kind of get close to them to see them. Anyway, we're looking forward to checking out Lone Pine. Cute little town. So we're just coming out of the Alabama Hills, and I thought I'd kind of give you an idea looking out towards the Sierras. This is called the Owens Valley, and it's actually supplies Los Angeles with a lot of it's like half of its water. So slowly the Owens Valley is becoming a desert as a result. In the distance there you can see the Switchback Road. That's the road we drove up to get to the Whitney Portal. So we were looking out onto this probably about an hour and a half ago. So yeah, it's very pretty. Didn't drive that road, but very expansive. We are camping somewhere in the middle of the picture right here. Yonder. Anyway, we are headed into Lone Pine to see what there is to see.
Over here.
Which is, yeah, I think it's kind of over there, but yeah, somewhere over here. This is what we're coming out of course. And more to come. So we are at the town, at the site, the Manzanar National Historic Site.
Park.
I think it's a site. Yeah. And this is the John Shepherd Ranch, which was some use of this property before It was turned into a Japanese / Japanese American internment camp during World War II. There were 11,000 Japanese forcefully relocated here. 1 square mile, 11,000 people. Anyway, there's nothing left here. It's all archaeological
Mumbo jumbo.
stuff. But this was the ranch of the person who purchased it, the second person that purchased it, and grew cattle, raised cattle here. Is that what it is? Anyway, Manzanar is Spanish for apple orchard. It's doubtful to think that apples were very plentiful around here, but maybe. So there seems to be a little bit of interpretation. There's a 3.2 mile auto tour that we're taking. It's in the high 70s today, so we're trying to keep the dogs out of the heat. High 80s?
Yeah.
Oh,
89.
doesn't feel like 80. Actually doesn't feel that bad out. Becoming quickly acclimated. California weather. I don't know what the structure is up here. Look at that in there. I think they've been burning some stuff here. So this is the Shepherd Ranch.
Oh.
This obviously predates the use of this as a relocation camp. Water developer George Chaffee in 1905. Chaffee's Owens, home of his city of Los Angeles purpose. An orchard community. And with the orchard community's decline after 1930, the buildings were removed, burned, or torn down. Interesting. Yeah, this whole Owens Valley is, there's large portions of it that have, the water rights have been purchased by the city of Los Angeles. They, I was reading yesterday, they get 450,000 cubic acres of water. Something like that. It's just a crazy large amount of water, which is leading to the desertification of the Owens Valley. I'm not quite sure what this is. What do we got here, Kent?
It looks like some sort of hearth.
Doesn't look very old to me.
No, it doesn't.
It's like a reconstruction or something.
Yeah. The flute was made with chicken wire.
Right.
You can tell that it's fairly recent.
Yeah. We've got some
Artifacts, we call
Right.
these. This is a very valuable old...
Shut up. Archaeologists like their junk. Oops, I didn't say that, did I? So anyway, we're going to head back, complete our little auto tour, and see there's glass all over the place in here. I'm sure that this is a very rich archaeological deposit area for things like broken glass
Yes.
and little pieces of metal
Uh-huh.
and buttons.
Oh, maybe.
Um, but there's a lot of buttons in there. Probably lots of tin cans,
Yeah, and lots of jars, maybe?
jars, hence the broken glass. This would be like an archaeologist's dream. So we're just leaving Manzanar. Thought I'd just do a quick little thing. This is the entry post which is in terms of extant resources, things that still survive. I'm probably sure maybe these were reconstructed. I'm not sure. They've got these little, that's concrete. Must be concrete. It's supposed to look like a tree trunk. Obviously it's not, it's concrete. Got another one down there. So we're headed out, go to the grocery store. Got Kent his skillet. He's very happy. Let me see here. We've got some more tributes here. This is a Blue Star Memorial Highway. Honor of Americans of Japanese ancestry, 100th and 442nd Regimental Combat Team, World War II. And then this. So, kind of a stark environment. Can't imagine 11,000 people living out here. So this is the Lodge Dutch oven. This is going to be a tradition from now on for eating while we camp. Come on in, Kent. This is an auspicious occasion. It's our first meal out of the pot.
Stay. Stay.
He's going to turn it off, which he just did. He's going to take the lid off now.
I'm just going to bring it outside.
Oh, okay. I'll follow you outside. More to come. All right, so this is the pot. We have made a beer beef stew. Ooh, yummy. So we are hoping to start eating better on our camping trips, and this is the beginning of that. Beginning of a long tradition of one-pot meals. Very excited.
Mushrooms.
So Saturday night. Is it about 6:30, Kent? 7 o'clock. This is the view from looking east from our campsite. And we've got this gulch here. You can hear the river down there. We've got the setting sun back there. We've got Kent here working on his phone.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. But site number 20 is nice. We've got this massive rock, stone, piece of granite that our bear box is up next to. And there's this larger one in back of us. We've got our thing to block out the sun. We've got our little area set up. We just had dinner. So yeah, this is the site next to us, which there was someone at last night. The place is starting to fill up a little bit more now. It's Friday night, so got some people. We got some neighbors. So we got our bear boxes here, which is where we got to keep our food so the bears don't get involved. This is our dinner tonight, which is great. We just bought this cast iron skillet today. What is it? A 5-quart Dutch oven. So this is going to be a new tradition for us for eating better when we travel. Yeah, so this is that stone that's next to us. And this is the one across the way, which is pretty awfully large too. It's like the size of a small house. Fairly good sized house. Okay, so this is the little path that goes down next to this gargantuous, stone that's next to us to the, I don't know if it's a stream, if it's a river, if it's a creek. I'm not quite sure what its name is. But a lot of water coming down. Presumably a lot of this is melting snow. This is what we hear all night, which is really, really pretty and enjoyable. It's gorgeous. This is that stone that's, right next to us. This is what I'm looking up at when I'm right next to the river. This is the path that came down. That's our tent. So we're really close. Quite amazing. I love it. There's people down here fishing. Must be trout. I think they said it was trout. So we've got these little paths that go along the river / stream / creek. That's where we are again. Just a point of orientation. And let's see, this is a little more of this is those little, just a little bit down further stream from where we were. Very pretty. It's gorgeous sounds. Makes for good sleeping weather. So yeah, we're like in the middle of what it feels like a desert. It's really dry. You've got this stuff going on up there, and then you've got this little oasis. So it's a really nice mix. It's a great site. Great campground. Oh, here's that stone again that's right next to us. You can see the mountains above. Let's see here. Back up to the campsite. And here we are. So yeah, we've enjoyed ourselves so far. We've got another day and a half, and we're gonna make most of it. Sun's going down. Peace out from Lone Pine, California. So it is Saturday night, the 7th, I believe. It's watching this totally crazy cloud system move in. As the sun is setting. This whole cloud system is moved over. It's pretty cool. Dogs are inside. They're awfully tired. Of course, it gets dark over there quicker because these mountains block any type of sunset. So, get the brush Well, anyway, we're supposed to get high winds tonight. So we got everything buckled down. And wrapped up here next to the van, so we can take off relatively easily in the morning. That's about it. The site is really great, site number 20. I showed you that yesterday, all the rocks and everything. It's pretty mellow tonight. There'll be actually more people here than this, but that's what it is. There's this kind of reservoir or lake in the background. Next time we're out here, I want to check that out. So it's Sunday morning. Happy Mother's Day. Beautiful day out. Toby, come. Come on. It's about 8:30. And it's the first morning we haven't been able to see the peak. Due to clouds and the like. Here, buddy. Get that for you. Okay, come on. Let's go. But it does look like it's going to be a beautiful day. The sun is out. Some coffee. Packing up, getting ready to go. Kent's making breakfast. It's a very quiet campground. Definitely will come back. Enjoyed it immensely. I think the winter would be even better. Hey Kent?
What's that?
Winter camping
Winter camping.
here? Probably be pretty enjoyable.
I can imagine it's pretty harsh here in winter. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm up for it. Now that I got my skillet.
Yeah, he's got his skillet. Gonna get a long drive back. Take it nice and easy and slow. Not be in a hurry. Dogs need a bath. So, next stop is breakfast. 35 minutes. Alright, we are headed home on Highway 395. Heading due north right now, I believe. So, drier out here on the eastern slope of the Sierra. Owens Valley. What do you think, Ken?
Oh, I'm playing with my phone. I think it's great.
So we've got about a 5-hour drive until we get to near South Lake Tahoe, and then we'll be taking Highway 50 into town. It's about 9:30 in the morning, and we're heading back.
Copper.
Oh, we are right around the intersection of 395 and 120, where you would veer off to go to Mammoth Lakes. We got little flurries. Nothing big, though. Don't think there's going to be any accumulation.
No. We won't have to chain up.
Kent's a little bit worried, though, I can tell. So yeah, we're heading our way back home. We're on hour 1.5, perhaps. We are just south of Lee Vining.
Lee Vining.
So once we get to Lee Vining, that's Mono Lake, which is pretty cool. I was reading about that yesterday. It's like, this lake is 760,000 years old. It's the oldest lake in North America. And there's it's salt water, and there are shrimp, just brine. It's a brine, and there's shrimp. And there are apparently millions of migratory birds that stop by this place. crazy. I'll have to show you some pictures when we get closer. Alright, we are coming out of, we were at 8,000 feet, we saw a little snow. Coming into
June Lake.
June Lake Loop Recreation Area. Anyway, to our left here is Mammoth Lakes area. Thought I'd show you that. That's really pretty. Definitely coming back here. Kent and I liked it a lot.
Yes.
Lots to see.
Let's see. Lots,
But it gets hot as hell out
lots
there.
of places to fish.
Fish. We got a new hobby now. Well, we don't have it yet.
Fishing
Let's
and
go
cooking.
home. Go home and find my fishing pole.
Yes. I'm gonna go find my
Bought
fishing
one a while ago. Still know what happened to it. So now I gotta learn how to fish. So we are now in Lee Vining, and the Mono Lake, a cute little town. Let's see, Mono Lake back there.
It's deer migration season.
Yeah, the deer are migrating.
Use caution.
Must use caution.
$4.79 for gas. Which is a lot. Suck to live here. Unless you're into this kind of stuff.
So it's kind of hard to see. There's like a little island out there. But I think that it is salt water. There's these little things that stick up. There we go. National Scenic Area. Big, there they are. Interesting. The oldest lake in the world.